What's up, everyone? It is your girl GELBEAUTY87 here, aka Grace, and it's time for another muted versus colorful, or colorful versus muted, whichever way you prefer, girl. But I think I called it colorful versus muted. So today we have the Komodo palette from Klarity Cosmetics up against my maple syrup pancake palette from Too Faced. So when I saw the Too Faced one, I was like, that looks really boring, but it's because the packaging is so poppy, and then you got these like neutral, cool tone, this color story. I was just like, whose idea was this? Who do I need to talk to? Because this is not it. This is not giving. This is not what's going on at all. So when I saw it with the Klarity one, though, I was like, these look really similar. Like the Klarity one just looks like a more fun version of the Too Faced one. Because the Too Faced one, you know, they always playing it safe. They always got a million neutrals. They actually did pretty colorful for them with this palette, in my personal opinion, though. But I just feel like because there's all these like literally fun, colorful mattes in here that are not in here, I felt like this one was just more. If you all remember, the shade showed up broken. That's why I'm holding the palette the way I am, where I can't fully show it, because if I fully show it, the shadow will possibly fall out. We don't have time for that. So I'm going to be comparing both of these today, honey. So we're going to put both of these on the eyes and see how they go. Since I have done this one on camera before, I'll probably do this one off camera to save us some time. And then, since this is a more recent release that you have already seen me do, and you never saw me do anything with this one, so for this video we'll just do this one on camera. With the ones you haven't seen me use either one, I'm gonna have to use both of them on camera. But yeah, that's how that's going. So if you're curious what's on my eyes right now, I actually have on both the Fall Magic palettes. If you all remember, on Earthly had a 50% off sale on all of their products, so I ended up getting the Fall Magic palette, and I think I got Heather Alston's palette if I remember correctly. So I might do something with it in the future, or you might just see me wear it on Instagram. I haven't decided yet, because I feel like that ship is past. You might not necessarily care, but I'm gonna go off camera, get my life in order. I'm gonna come back and have swatches across the arm as usual, saying which one is which, and then we will use the maple syrup pancakes on camera. I don't know why I keep trying to say maple sugar, but I'll be right back. Okay, girl? Okay. Okay, so needless to say, we know this is the color fire. I mean, look at what's going on with all this sparkle and whatnot. But yeah, so this is the Komodo eye. So here we go. Komodo. What is it? Pancakes, Komodo, pancakes, Komodo, pancakes, Komodo, pancakes, and Komodo pancakes. So I already got my eyeshadow primer on. Let's get into this. I was watching Robert Welsh. So I got pretty much all my Sigma brushes here. So we're going to use the E45, the E55, the E25, the E40. So I'm starting with the E40, and what is it? This shade right here called Flapjacks. Then we're going to use the shade Breakfast in Bed on the lid. We're going to use Cider Fruit in the inner corner. We're going to use Hot Cakes here on the outer V, the dark brown, if it'll focus. This outer brown on the dark V. And then we're going to use this one in the crease. So, anyway, yeah, so I'm over here watching, I think it's Robert, or is it James? No, I'm sorry, I think this is James. Because the background doesn't look like for it to be Robert. Because if you don't know, they're like identical twins. One does like skincare and one does like makeup. So, Robert finally made it to 1 million. James has been at 1 million for a little while, because people are, you know, after the pandemic hit, they're more concerned about skincare than they were about makeup. So I'm trying to get myself together and, you know, make sure my skincare game is good so that my makeup looks nice. But, you know, I can understand people not necessarily being concerned about makeup as much anymore, especially because of the price of it. So that's why I just try to get y'all a lot of the time to just use the stuff you already have. That's why I started a lot of my series in 2020 about, you know, like, do you really need, why you don't need, and comparing stuff in the old school versus new school, and palettes that inspire me and all that. I try to do all that stuff just so y'all won't feel like you have to buy the latest new things. That's what it's been all about these last, like, going on 4 years now of me, like, coming up with these series. Because, like, I want you to be okay with what you already have and repurpose it for the stuff that's coming out now. So then that way you don't have to feel like you have to buy everything you see. So I was E40, we're going to take E25 now and Hot Cakes. I'll start that on outer V. But yeah, so he's talking about like this extreme diet and stuff or whatever from like K-pop people. Now, I don't know anything about K-pop. I've heard of that Blackpink group because one of the girls that's in the group, I think her name is Jenny or something. She's like, she was on the show The Idol. Y'all know I love The Weeknd, so Like, that's the only reason I know who she is, because she was on The Idol. I'm like, otherwise, I don't know anything about K-pop. I have a friend who's like really into it, but that's because she's half like Asian or whatever. Like, her dad is like, I think half Chinese. If you all remember my friend I used to talk about a long time ago, who used to have a YouTube channel, but she like never uploads. Her upload information is still in my description box, like down below though. It's Diypansy. So Diypansy is half Chinese, and if I remember correctly, I think she's Venezuelan as well. And like one other thing, I think she's Caucasian too. So she's like mixed with a few things. But anyway, so she's the one who's really into K-pop and can like tell me all the stuff I need to know about K-pop. But it's like, it's just not a genre I really like know anything about. But tell me, like, do you all listen to K-pop or know anything about K-pop? Because I only know about those BTS boys, but they made it over to America or whatever. Now I'm gonna take the shade Morning Matcha. That's the only green in here. But yeah, so I'm like, I don't know too much about K-pop. But he's talking about all these extreme diets that they like make the like people in the K-pop groups do in order to like be thin. Because otherwise people be calling them fat. And I'm like, out here fat shaming people. I'm like, if they like being inside, they are like, why are you concerned about it? I don't get it. But like, they be on these extreme diets where like they only drink coffee all day and or drink a meal every other day, but they can drink as much coffee as they want. And I'm like, what? Like, doesn't that make, like, my whole thing is like, since coffee makes you poo and all you do is drinking coffee, so like all you doing is pooing out the food that you didn't eat, or like, how's this working? Like, are you eating one huge like ginormous meal and then you drinking coffee for the next 2 days, like to poo out all the stuff you ate from like the day before? Like, I'm trying to understand how like all that's working out. So that's part I'm confused about, because I'm like, how? Like, how's that working out? Like, I don't understand. But I'm not like a nutritionist or, you know, in that field, so. But I am curious, like, since I know for a fact, like, when you drink coffee, it pushes out whatever you ate. It's like, I'm wondering if he was just eating like one giant meal, and then he just like pooed it out the next 2 days by drinking nothing but this coffee, or like what? Because it's like, you couldn't, what are you pooing out if you only ate one meal but drank coffee for 2 days and ate every other day? Like, I don't get it. And when your poop be like runny and be an unhealthy poop because you were eating, like, you know, since you weren't eating anything, you were just drinking coffee, like, those are the things I'm confused about. We taking breakfast in bed now. That's the shade that looks similar to this one. And as you can see, it's like one of those icy, like satiny type shades. So it's not really going to give us what's going on here. But it's called Muted versus Colorful for a reason, girl. Okay. It's Muted versus Colorful for a reason. And I must say, so far it's not steered me wrong, because all the colors are looking similar on the lid, but it's like, this just looks like the more exciting, fun version, like, you know, I called it. But I mean, it's Too Faced, so to me this was just like an easy win. I don't even know if I should have made this, because it's like, it wasn't fair, but I wanted you to see like the quality of the Too Faced shadows, because I actually feel like Morgan Turner didn't steer me wrong in this, because she was saying that the formula of this was really nice, even though it was really boring. So I was like, because y'all know they had these hit and miss formulas when it comes to these Too Faced ones, but so far this is performing pretty well. And I have used this palette before, just not like on camera, so this is my first time using it with you all. I used it once because I was trying to use as many palettes as I could that I had from the year before to make sure I used all the palettes in my collection from the year before. I think I managed to do that. Minus one, I didn't use the Fiery 2. Wait, no, or did I use the Fiery 2.0? I think I used the Fiery 2. Wait, so I did use them all. Okay. Because I was trying to, like, remember, like, did I use all of them? Okay, so this mauve shade isn't showing up as pigmented as the one from the Klarity one. But y'all saw, you could barely see the swatch on my arm. If you saw that swatch, like, see, where do you see the swatch? Like, that's supposed to be it right there. Like, you see how ashy that is compared to this one? And I, like, built it up for it to be ashy like this. Child, the foolishness. Child, the foolishness. I hope you have subscribed to this foolishness stuff, you know, this channel. Instead of y'all having to, like, you know, type in YouTube and search for me. If you press the subscribe button, you don't have to type in and search for me. I'm just there already. Okay, thank you so much. No, but we're going to take the shade Cider Fruit now. And just pop that into the inner corner. And that was the only green that they had that was close to this green. Now, it's giving a little bit better than I expected it to. But I knew the lid was just not going to be giving the way the clarity was going to come through and be giving. And it met my expectations. So, yeah. This is definitely the more muted one. And this is the more colorful one. Like I expected them to be. But the format on the Too Faced palette is actually really good. So, if you caught this one when it was 20 bucks, you actually got a pretty decent palette if you wanted a more muted version of this palette. And since they were having issues with the shipping of this one and like shades are coming broken because they didn't have the stuff and all that other stuff is going on with it, you might want to look into this one, especially if you're a person who doesn't wear colorful shadows that often, because it's still giving the same vibe. It's just not giving that extra oomph and pow and bam in your face for someone who likes a more subtle look but still wants to call itself being brave and try and color. This one would actually be really nice for you. So those are my thoughts on both of them. I like each of them for different reasons, but that wasn't really what this is about. We was just trying to prove what I was saying about one being colorful and one being muted. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. Remember, you all are diamonds. Make sure you subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Be blessed, girl. Bye. Oh, by the way, the lip combo is the Hershey Kisses milk chocolate lip kit, and I just used the Cola lip liner from Juvia's Place. Be blessed, girl. Bye.